Coming up tonight on YCN News, an update on a series of fires in Newport, New Hampshire. There's new administrators in Kearsarge Regional School District. And Vermont's Governor Shumlin announces changes to the Vermont Health Connect website. For more news, weather, and sports, it's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, southern Vermont, and Windsor County. News, sports, weather, and all that is happening in our area. The news on YCN, your local view.
Good evening. It's Friday, March 20th. I'm Laura James. Welcome to YCN News. The events that led to 26-year-old Corey Hale standing before a Newport Superior Court judge yesterday began last May 31st. Over the course of a weekend, hours apart, at 4 Newport locations, a series of fires kept responders busy. No one was injured as a result of the fires, some set in a trash dumpster. In court yesterday, Hale of Claremont accepted full responsibility for purposely setting the fires. Hale apologized to the court. That, according to the Valley News. His lawyer by his side, Hale told the court he would make every effort to right his wrongs. Judge Brian Tucker sentenced Hale to jail time, taking into account the seriousness of Hale's actions and what would help Hale to get on a better path. Hale will serve 1 year in jail at the County House of Corrections on one arson charge. On that second arson charge, Tucker issued Hale a suspended sentence, a 3.5 to 7 year sentence. Also, Hale received the same sentence for violating parole on another matter. Hale is working with a counselor, is sober, and is turning his life around, his attorney said. Sullivan County, Mark Hathaway says that asked about the court sentence and why Hale had longer terms, including state prison instead of the county jail. Hale also must pay $29,000 in property damages caused from 2 fires. Well, there's 2 new principals at Kearsarge Regional School District in New Hampshire. Beginning in the 2015 to 2016 school year, Laura Stoneking will welcome students next year at Simons Elementary School. Kearsarge Regional High School students will be under the tutelage of veteran educator and now high school principal Rob Bennett. Meanwhile, in Vermont, a new plan to sign up for health care under the Affordable Care Act could be in development. That's because the state is looking at using the Federal Marketplace Exchange instead of setting up its own computer sign-up program. Shumlin says he hopes a revamped sign-up will lead to better results, though he notes that since the ACA took effect a year ago, more Vermonters have signed up for medical insurance. Coming up on YCN News, a look at water and ice safety in the Green Mountain State, and we'll have the Week in Review when YCN News returns.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. I'm Laura James. Well, the Bradford Road Bridge in Sunapee over Trask Brook near the Newport town line will be closed effective immediately. If you use this shortcut between Newport and Sunapee, public safety demands the bridge be closed, Sunapee town officials say in a news release today. A recent inspection by State Department of Transportation officials found the bridge's condition to be unsafe. Sunapee town leaders will hire structural engineers to inspect the bridge as soon as possible to see if the bridge can be repaired or needs to be replaced. Any questions regarding this bridge can be directed to Sunapee Highway Director Scott Hazelton at 603-763-5060. Well, turning to Upper Valley news now. The planned burning tomorrow morning of a city-acquired home in Lebanon has been postponed. The training is to keep first responders up to date on efficient and effective ways to handle fire emergencies. The training will be rescheduled, according to Lebanon Assistant Fire Chief Jeffrey Libby. Meanwhile, a water main break in Lebanon today affected several homes along Geyer Street. The break occurred at 27 Geyer Street, according to city officials, and with work to fix the break consuming 2 to 3 hours. In all, 6 properties were affected by the break. For the answers to any questions regarding this work, you can call Lebanon Public Works Department at 603-448-3112. And this just in from Vermont state safety officials. After a long and cold winter, Vermonters have been treated to a few warmer days as of late. As we approach spring, ice on waterways is getting weaker now. Because of the increased risk, state and federal partners are advising Vermonters and our visitors to stay off the ice on lakes and rivers. Even with the recent cold days, the high sun angle means more of the sun's warmth has been absorbed by water under the ice. Now that warmer water is melting the ice from the bottom up, so even if the ice seems solid, it's likely weakened significantly. With some warmth expected on Saturday and then a stretch of sunny weather next week, ice on lakes will deteriorate even more, so it's best to assume no ice surface is safe right now. Well, the practice of and art of naturopathic healing is the focus of Lynn Solomon's discussion with physician Jillian Martlew. We'll have that interview when YCN News returns.
The YCN News continues in a moment.
Welcome back to YCN News. So the exact time for the arrival of spring equinox is 6:45 p.m. on March 20th, of course, that's today. And it's not unusual to have chilly, cloudy weather, even a flurry or two as we greet the new season. Let's see how this first full day of spring will be looking for tomorrow and the weekend as well. Mike?
Thanks, Laura. It was pretty cool out there today for the first day of spring, and things won't be getting much warmer over the next few days. Temperatures will bottom out at about 20 degrees tonight, with mostly cloudy skies and relatively calm winds. Tomorrow will reach a high of 39, but there's a 40% chance we could see snow turning into rain throughout the morning and early parts of the afternoon. Temperatures will drop to a low of 15 tomorrow night, with a 30% chance of rain and snow showers before 9 p.m. Sunday looks to be the pick of the weekend, with mostly sunny skies, a high of 25, and a low of 8 Sunday evening. Looking at the radar, you can see the system that's bringing us these cloudy skies concentrated over Pennsylvania. That'll make its way over to us Saturday morning, and then we'll have sunny skies for a day or two. But as those fronts over the west coast and Texas get close to us, they could bring us some clouds and possibly rain early next week. Now let's take a look at our community calendar for some unique events to check out over the weekend. The Bellows Falls Community Bike Project is hosting a kids' spring bike sale tomorrow from noon to 4 p.m. on the square in Bellows Falls, Vermont. Refurbished kids' bikes will be on sale by suggested donations, with proceeds to benefit the Bellows Falls Community Bike Project. English musician Howard Jones will be performing the songs, the piano, and the stories Sunday at 7 p.m. at the Wilder Center in Wilder, Vermont. Jones has written 10 top 40 singles, including No One Is to Blame. Tickets range from $38 to $98. The 4th annual Wethersfield Town Trivia Challenge will be held Sunday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Wethersfield School on Schoolhouse Road in Nescutney, Vermont. The event is free, though donations will be accepted to benefit the Wethersfield Proctor Library Capital Campaign. We unveiled the 8 local girls who were selected to New Hampshire All-State basketball teams on Wednesday, so today we thought we'd highlight the 10 local boys who were honored. It's no surprise Lebanon had 3 All-State representatives after its deep tournament run, as KJ Maddie, Austin Whaley, and Ryan Milliken each earned the nod from opposing coaches. Maddie, who led all scorers with a game-high 23 points in the Division II semifinals, was selected to the first team, followed by Whaley, a junior forward, on the second team, and Milliken, a sophomore guard, earning honorable mention. Hanover's Ben Lynch was also represented in Division II, earning honorable mention for his role in helping the Marauders to a 12-8 record and a spot in the quarterfinals. In Division III, Newport leading scorer Andrew Hood was named to the first team, while classmate Spencer Coronis earned honorable mention. There were 2 other local honorable mention recipients as well, as Stevens sophomore Parker Smith and Muskoma senior Walter Hammond were also acknowledged by opposing coaches. Sunapee had 2 representatives in Division IV, as both Isaiah Chappelle and Matt Tenney were selected to the first team. Chappelle led the Lakers with 27.6 points per game, followed by Tenney at 17.9. That does it for sports, so let's hand it back off to Laura.
Thanks so much, Mike. Stay with us as Mike Pizzone returns and continues the discussion with YCN News Director Lisa Cannell. They're going to take a look at Vermont's healthcare website, all coming up on the Week in Review.
The YCN News continues in a moment.